Hi everybody, once again a very good afternoon, at least 1 month after the last show, and I'm happy that some of you are here live and a lot of people now are watching on Facebook Live, so wish all of you a warm welcome to the third show of the Real Estate Scoop with Soma. I actually was talking to a lot of people whether this program is helping them. And then this is a feedback that I got. Some said it was good to listen to those who have made it the profession. To the younger generation, they said, good, you bring some of these inverted comma, the older folks, so we can know about the personalities, we can learn about the experiences, and then to also understand the historical perspective of the profession. It's not only historical, but we also talk about their views on where the profession is heading, what we should do. So there's a lot of learning in that process. So I feel a little bit more confident that it's helping, and that at last show we had around 2,000 people who saw this on the Facebook. So I believe that in time to come we would be having more and more people. I think it's still not popular yet. And then a live show is not common in real estate. We have not done anything like this in real estate before, except when during the time of COVID, we used to do the live show. So the whole idea why this was introduced was because in the profession, we do not have the opportunity to learn about what's going on in the market. We read in the papers, we hear people talking about it, but we really do not have a good understanding. So every time I try to update with you what's going on, and then of course we have a guest speaker who will then share with us their experiences and their thoughts about the profession and where should we move, what should we do, and learn about some of the motivational factors that they have experienced before. So as you are aware, the first show was with Ms. Chanai Cheng, Vice President MIA. And today her dad is here. So in MIA, there are two generations of past presidents. And then last month we had Mr. Praveen. And today we are having this gentleman with the red coat. I had to ask him to wear his red coat because that is his brand. And so, as I've said earlier, this whole entire show is committed towards attracting real estate practitioners once a month to go on a journey so that we can get updated, and of course to tap on the experience and expertise of those speakers that we have invited. Just a couple more things for you to take note. We used to have this at 11 a.m. Then I was told that 11 a.m. is a difficult time because they have to come here at 11, they finish at 12, and then they don't know what to do. So we moved it to 3, thinking that it will be more, the timing is a little bit more perceptive to everyone. So we are going to have the show every month at 3 o'clock on the last Friday at 3 o'clock. Okay, so let's look at what's happening in the market. Couple of information. Maybe we should be looking at that slide on the circular from the board. The first announcement is something very, I wouldn't say unique, something that we've been looking forward from 2013 has come into play. That is, all negotiators, future negotiators, we're going to attend the NCC class. Take note that there will be an online assessment. We don't call it a test, but it's an online assessment where after the second day of the course, you will have to sit for a test. It's called an online assessment, NCC online assessment. So what's going to happen is this. The circular has just come out. I just received it a couple of minutes ago, so it is very hot. And I thought I could share this with you. Historical perspective is when we wanted to do this negotiators registration for all those who are new. Way back in 2007, end of 2007, 2008, MIA made a proposal to the board that we should conduct a certification course for negotiators, because those days anyone can just come and join real estate. So we said everybody coming into the profession do not know what is the profession about. They just come in and join, and then the firm have to train them to allow them to understand about what they need to do. So we introduced the certification for the negotiators so that they will attend a 2 days course, and from there they will at least have the basics before they join the real estate. That's how you get the tax now. So it promoted in 2003. Then board decided in 2012 that they want to go ahead after 2008, 2012, after nearly 5 years. They said, okay, let's do it. Then in 2013, we did this. And when we made the proposal, I was in the EAPC at that time. Mr. Eric Lim, one of the past presidents, was the EAPC chairman. EAPC is the Estate Agency Practice Committee in the board. When we made the proposal, we said, let's do this course, 2 days. First it was a 1 day, then it became a 2 day. And then at that time, we proposed that we should do a test. At that time itself. Then the board said, no, I think we should not do it, because those who are already doing real estate, if they come for the course and they do a test, if they fail, they cannot continue to pursue their career as real estate agents, negotiators. So we don't do that first. Let's do it later. And after 11 years, this has come to fruition. A lot of good things will happen. Right now, a lot of estate agents are complaining that there are a lot of negotiators who go for the class and get their tag, but there's a problem with the language, whether they can read, whether they can write. And so it is important to get a more qualified group of people to come into real estate. Because estate agents take 5 to 7 years before we become an estate agent and register with the board. The negotiator only takes 2 years, 2 days. And I think a lot of them come there because they just need to attend to get the tag. They really do not learn much, at least a big number of them. I know a lot of them come for the class, they will just sit down and listen. Some of them will play on their phone, and then end of the day they finish the class, they get their certificate maybe 2 weeks later. And I think some of you are seated here will understand what I'm talking about. So I think now with the assessment, you need to sit for answer 20 questions. On the second day, you will get a QR code. You will access the QR code. 20 questions will come out at random. Not everybody will get the same question. So you'll answer 20 questions and you need to get 50 marks. That means you have to pass 10 questions. You're given 20 minutes. If you fail, you get a chance to sit again on the same day. If you pass, then you pass. Then immediately you will get, now you don't have to wait for a certificate, you'll get an e-certificate. So you'll get a certificate faster. So this is something new. It's going to become effective 1st of October. So if you want to run away from the exams, please go and attend all the NCC classes from today right up to the end of the month, which I think is another 5 or 6, 3 more days. So, and I'm happy to say that in IQI, we do much more. I think we do 50 questions and you need to get 50% in order for you to go into the Atlas system, right? So now this is a added thing that you need to do. So it's going to be exciting for all the new negotiators who are going to join. All the agents take note that when they go, they institute for the test. Okay, the circular is out. Go and look out on the circular. They'll give you a more detailed description as to what you need to do. I said this in the first episode that 72,000 negotiators have come into the profession with tax, and right now we have only around 35,000. So the failure rate is quite high. So maybe with the assessment, we may have a lot more being retained after the 6 months period. Okay. All right, so that's the first information which is very important to all of us. Number 2, NAR convention. NAR stands for National Association of Realtors, which may not be of interest to many, but just to explain to all of you, the NAR convention in America is the biggest real estate convention in the world. 20 to 25,000 people attend this convention from all over the world. NAR has got a membership around 1.5 million. Recently, MIA hosted the NAR convention in the Asia Pacific, which is called the International Realtors Conference, and attended by the NAR board of directors. and it was successfully done. And so going to attend the convention is a fantastic experience. Both Charlie and I, we went to this convention way back. I think we're trying to establish the date, 1991 or 1981. I think we were the first Malaysians to attend this. And 25,000 people were there. Once you meet them, you don't meet them again. And there are at any one time around 20 to 25 sessions going on at the same time. That means from 10 to 11, there are 20 to 25 sessions going on. And you have to go in and fill up the class. If the class is filled, then you cannot enter anymore. So it's still happening. I was there 2 years ago. Fantastic place to learn. You really want to understand what real estate is all about. Tell yourself that you must attend a convention. If not this year, maybe next year or any one of these years, because the experience is fantastic. They have got the biggest real estate exhibition in the world. They have got at least 700 to 800 booths, all real estate products and technology and all that stuff. So this is in Boston from the 8th to 10th of November. A group of MIA members are going. So if you would like to go, take down this number, 03-7960-2577. It's a MIA telephone number. Call them and you can join them if you want to go. Okay, 03-7960-2577 or call MIEA. Okay, so the next one is, how is the real estate market doing? So just 2 weeks ago, the NAPIC put up the report on the property market update for the first half, and it was very interesting as to how the market performed. If you look at the graph, you can see. Let me look at it. Okay, so let me take this. Okay, if you look at it, you can see that the property transactions by subsector, by value, by volume really went up. We are doing so well compared to the previous first half in 2023. So there were 198,900 transactions. Okay, now if you've been following the transaction report, then you'll appreciate this. That means January to June, we had 198,000 transactions. That means land, houses, factory, commercial, etc. And out of that, 60% was residential, which was 121,000 properties was residential. And then 19% was agricultural land. Commercial was 10%, 21,000 units, followed by development land, 12,000 units, and followed by industrial, 3,800 units. So volume-wise, we were higher than last year, and the subsector, okay, subsector value, as far as value concerned, we did $105 billion transaction in the year, in the first half of this year. So what does it go to show? That we are doing very well. The market is doing very well. When I go to real estate negotiators, your market is bad, cannot do well, I'm not making money. So please never make that statement, because the real estate market is really doing well. Maybe you're not doing well where you are, or you yourself are not doing well because you're not tapping into the market. The real estate market is doing well. So what does this go to show? It goes to show that it is time for you all to work harder to tap onto the booming market. The market is booming. So people ask me this question. So how is it going to be the third quarter and the fourth quarter, meaning the second half of this year? It will do well, because normally in the third and fourth quarter, the market will go up. So as you can see, the stock market is doing well. Our currency is doing well. Our economy is doing well. Our inflation rate is low. Our employment rate is low. And so it is all indicators to show that the market is doing well. And as such, we should now use this information. This graph is available. You can go to NAPIC and download this. Use this information to convince your buyers that this is the right time to buy. I was attending the meeting last Monday, the leaders meeting in IQI, and it has been said, and it was said that right now is the best time for all of us to invest in property, because in time to come, the market is going to go up. We are still in the whole region, we are still low as far as the property prices are concerned. We all say we are all very high, but if you compare in the region, it is still very low. And as such, foreigners are coming into the market. A lot of foreigners are coming into the market. If you look at our 29 offices worldwide, there are a lot of people investing in Malaysia. But we as agents, are we tapping onto the market? So I think we need to tap on. So I can assure you, based on all the information available, that in the years to come, the property price is going to boom. It's not going to be what it is now. I remembered, and I think Charlie will also remember, we used to have a photograph, and I shared this, I think, first episode. There was this picture of an old man holding the walking stick and with a hunchback, and he's walking, and the quote said, "This is the young man who waited for the property prices to go down." So please go and tell everybody this is the right time to invest in property and take advantage of it. Okay, so that is the information on the property market. I thought it will be good for me to share this with all of you. Okay, and one more information: when the interest rate goes down, negotiators take note. Property prices will go up. Okay, so I think they're expecting some adjustment to the interest rate also in Malaysia, and ours is still very low compared to the other parts of the world. Okay, so with that, let's come to the main highlight of this evening. And so I have great pleasure to call this red man in jacket to come and join me, please. Mr. Chalisha, let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Very quickly, I told him please wear his red jacket, because it's funny, it's an irony. When I first joined real estate, I actually joined him. He was my first boss in 1987. That's 37 years ago. And then it was red color. Now I'm in IQI, also red color. So I've taken a big circle in it. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, how do I introduce this man? He is the man who industrialized, I use the word, inverted comma, industrialized the real estate profession. Why do I say that? Because SK Brothers can be regarded as the IQI of the 1990s. We used to have the most number of office. We used to have the most number of, not a lot, but I think 200 over people, correct me if I'm wrong with the figures, 200 over people?
No, that's average, but 700 over.
700 over people in the profession, and so we were big at that time. These are the 1990s, early 1990s. So, and what was the remarkable thing about SK Brothers was that they were the first to do project marketing. They were the first to introduce the exclusive marketing program. They were the first to do open house program, to introduce the 90 days marketing time frame in exclusive. First to publish a real estate magazine, which later became a tabloid. And then they were the first to hold a property exhibition. First it started in Sumewang Plaza, and then later it became the Heidi Lom exhibition, and we had it in Putra World Trade Center. And then only after that the developers came and had their exhibition, right? So these are the first things that we did, and we also at that time organized what is called the associate program.
Sales master program.
Sales master and then associate program. So a lot of first things, okay? So when I look back, being in IQI today, we used to do a lot of first things, and I will discuss this afterwards. And he's also past president of MIA. He was also a member of the board of valuers. I would consider him an innovator, a market mover, a motivator, and most important of all, the red coat has been his brand. Even in America, we used to wear this. And then, and he was a personality at that time. Maybe now he's retired. We don't talk much about him. There's so much to learn from him. And ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you, Mr. Charlie Chan, the man who founded SK Brothers Realty.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, thank
Charlie,
you.
I've said enough. So
Yes.
let's move to you. You take over the show, okay? First question, okay? Can you explain what does SK stands for, and when and how was it founded?
Okay, since the Soma asked that question, SK actually is the initial of my eldest brother. You know, in the family, we said, hey, let us find a name for the company. So what is the best name? So we were looking around and said, so many things came to mind, but we respect the eldest in the family. And his name is SK Chan. So we make use of that, is his initial, and call it SK Brothers. All the brothers are involved. And that's how the SK brother was formed. So that was the beginning lah. How this it started as a small family kind of business. Only started with a two-man band. Okay, actually I only got two fellas, myself and a negotiator those days. And the negotiator subsequently became agent. Fu Fang Lim. He has since passed away. He has graduated from this world. Okay, I'm still around. So with two, we grew. Okay, we grew because I came for another kind of work, because I worked for the government before. I work in this called they call it today Felda, those days they call it LKTP, Lembaga Kemajuan Tanah Pesuan. So we operate shops in the house, they're called the housing schemes, or the what called the Felda schemes. And so we were doing this kind of business before. So, but real estate is something different. Okay, so when I came out, I left what called Felda those days. So my brother told me, hey, do something lah. Say one thing. So I joined. First to start is not real estate. It was electrical business. We were doing a lot of sales of electrical appliances. So a few of brothers were involved in business. So after some time we say, hey, there cannot be too many tigers on one hill. So because there are too many people, too many ideas, it's very hard to work.
How many tigers were there? How many tigers were there?
There are 3 tigers there. so we decided, okay. I told them, okay, so you all can go on with electrical business. Let me do something else. Let me go into real estate. And just, without knowing anything. You see, it's not easy like you. You people are very lucky today because we have people like Mr. Soma and also IQI. They have a lot of other talented people who can share with you their experiences, how to start. During my time, no training program. So I learned from one Bayi. Any Bayi here now? I must give credit to the Bayi. Okay? And there is just one thing. Just one thing. If you know just one thing, King Agency. How many of you know King's Agency? Okay, that was the biggest real estate company at that time, my view, and the most effective. Okay, I think his brother is still around. Okay, and so I learned. And how do I learn? Difficult. You cannot ask another agent to train you how to be a negotiator or real estate agent. So I have to go and masquerade myself as a buyer.
Okay.
I call him and say, hey, I saw your house. Here, OUG only. So one of his guys took me there and showed me how to do the presentation. No, when you take a house, you don't say, hey, this is the house. You have done something about the house. So I learned some skill from him. That actually on-the-job training. I tell you, as always happened like that. So when I went to see the house, and he introduced me to the owner, and guess who? The owner was my wife's, fellow teacher in the school. He got called up, hey, your husband came, you want to buy my house? That is a very interesting. I think a lot of stories when it comes to real estate. Hey, it's exciting profession to be in, but you have to be a bit thick-skinned, okay, to learn the tricks of a trade. But don't be shy, okay? Just go and learn from anybody. And I learned from this person called just one thing, and that one thing made me many things in SK Brothers. So I want to share with you that today many of you are new to this profession. Welcome aboard. It's a very exciting profession to be in. Real estate is a basis of all wealth. People ask me, why you choose real estate? I'm staying one, now I'm right here in one. So you cannot run away from real estate. Everybody, if you are talking about factory, it's real estate. You're talking of any condominium, it's real estate. You talk of shops, real estate. You tell me what that. You are talking of rubber plantation, you talk oil palm plantation, real estate. Everything has got to do with real estate. And we are in the world most popular and most, what I call, in demand item. So when you sell things in demand, don't worry. Just now Mr. Soma said, oh, you know, the market there is very good to buy. Hey, when we train our salespeople, we say, market up or down, people still buy. Do you sell your house when the market goes up? No. Do you buy when the markets come down? No. These people who sell when the market goes up and then buy when the market is low are speculators. They are not investors. Yes, but here we are talking of people who buy to stay. First home purchaser. So our thing is we are selling a basic need. Abraham Maslow said, what are basic needs? They are talking of food, clothing, shelter, clothing, whatever. But a very basic thing. Something that you cannot do without. So in other words, we cannot say, hey, I don't need real estate. I don't need to eat food. I don't need clothing. Cannot. That cannot happen. So in this real estate business, you definitely have to come to terms with the need for us to invest in real estate. Basically, what you need to do is at least a home, a shelter over your head. And then that thing can also do a lot of things. Some people say, why you ask people to buy real estate? You buy real estate not only for yourself, for the other generation to come. You buy real estate also for investment because today you buy at 100,000. In about 10 years time, it can be 500,000, it can be $1 million. So that is the best form of investment. And the best hedge against inflation. Yeah. You look at the things now, char kway teow, those days 20 cents, my time, 20 cents. One plate. Today, what's the char kway teow price? $9, $10? In certain more exclusive places, $20, $30. Hey, inflation is great and eats away the buying power. How can you conserve your wealth? Invest in real estate. And you go out there and tell you are not shy, you are not cheating anybody. You are telling him the truth. And then they must confront themselves with truth and then do the proper investment. Over the years, I have never heard of people say, I regret buying real estate. Instead, they say, Mr. Chan, thank you very much. You have been very, very hard on me to make me decide to buy real estate. Today, I'm so happy. You know the property you sold me? It has gone up by 20%. What? That's over a period of a year. You know, sometimes the market can move very quickly. And so that's it. Now coming back to red jacket, I think Soma is very excited about red jacket. About this red jacket. I'm also equally excited. But actually, I didn't come with red color. I didn't. I told him and the rest of the management staff, I say, you people decide what is the best color to come up with. And guess what happened? When they say it's red, I also almost collapsed myself. But I have already given the undertaking that whatever the color you all decide is what I would accept. And you could imagine, when you have a person like me wearing red jacket, and you just wear red jacket not to show to him, you have to go outside because this is our branding, Hey, could you imagine? You don't believe me? I take out the red jacket, ask you to put it on and walk and see in the public. I tell you, that day I almost died. This is something new. But only one thing about
Charlie, you need to sit down. You need to sit down because the camera is on you.
Okay, sorry. I thought out of respect for all my audience today, I must stand up. Okay,
good, thank you.
So coming back again, there is a need for a corporate image. The real estate agent at that time are mostly people, you don't know them, no. Sometimes they call us like secret agent. How do you know? You look at a place and say you're a real estate agent. You don't know. So now, when we have this corporate image, whether in Malaysia or whether in US, the US are looking for us, every year, every time there's a convention, we have a red jacket below. Because they identify us by the color of the jacket that we wear. And I tell you, there are not many people who dare to wear this. I tell you, it's quite embarrassing. Sometimes I was in the US, in one of the hotels. So I'm walking there, and somebody called me. Oh, I don't know who's the guy. You know what he mistook me for? Bellboy. It can happen, anything can happen. But we must be proud of the corporate what I call color or the jacket we have. And I am very proud of it. From that onwards, I know a lot of our people had put on the jacket. But corporate image is good. But I just tell you, this can attract a lot of people.
Okay, Charlie.
People attention.
So
yes.
talking about the red jacket.
Yes.
So you created a brand.
Yes.
The red jacket was the brand, and it actually came out from that SK color.
Yes, sir.
That's how it came from. Okay, so it became a brand, and at that time, way back in the late 1980s, I think, you create the brand came about. And how did this idea about branding took place at that time when real estate market was not really thinking about branding or culture or innovativeness?
During that time, we are people. There are few things happening in the organization. Basically, I'm a thinker. All right, I think what I'm going to create something different. So, if you want to stand out, you must be different. Okay, and you must be different. You must be dare to be different. Okay, so that's why we come with this jacket. So people look at you, they know, hey, you're from SK Brothers. That's it. And then with that kind of image, it attracts people. Hey, a lot of developers, a lot of people are very excited about these people. Okay. Hey, even Tan Si Di Kim Yu, in Hokkien they say, hey, Mr. Chan, you will understand in Hokkien, you say you cannot wear a red jacket and cheat people. You cannot run away, you cannot hide. They always find you down. And that is the big tycoon called Tan Si Di Kim Yu. Okay, who knows Tan Si Di Kim Yu?
No, they're all the younger generation. Okay. So okay, that's how the branding. So one of the things that you all did way back in those times, in the late 80s itself, was branding. There was also another thing you did in terms of culture, and I cannot forget that because for 10 years I was doing that. Come to office at 8 o'clock and recite the personal confidence creed for 1 hour. We need to sing songs. We used to recite this book called the 365 Essays of the Year. Every day one topic. Somebody must go back home and read it, tell the story, and then you'll call upon a few others. And somebody said this to me just 2 days ago. That helped me in public speaking. Can you tell us something about it very quickly? About the culture you created?
That one is to make sure that everyone comes together at one time. And this 366 or 65 motivational, it's not just motivational, it's a motivational essay. You read it, you get motivated, you get excited. Nothing ever happens unless somebody is excited about something. Your parents get excited, you're here. So if you're not excited about real estate, nothing is going to happen. And so I told myself, hey, let's get everybody excited. Come together. And the other thing is involvement. Okay, I just will talk. When it first started, I talk. I explain what it's all about. After sometimes I get others to participate. Involvement is the key. In real estate also, it is involvement of all people who are stakeholders in the process. And when they do it on a daily basis, you see, success don't come by fix and start. It won't just happen overnight like that. But you have to be continuously being done. For example, you want to be successful in your exam. Okay, you have to prepare your study every day. You cannot say, hey, tomorrow exam, today only I study. You cannot. So in real estate, we tell ourselves, hey, this kind of motivational training that we have or motivational program must be done on a daily basis. And that's what we do. And also we have a creed. We're telling people to believe in themselves. If they don't believe in themselves, how can people ever believe in us? So that is one. Number two, we say that we must be very positive. We must have positive mindset. If we don't have positive mindset, we go out there thinking lose-lose. How are we going to convince our customer? So we must be positive. And so there's a creed that goes on to tell us, to remind us and motivate us to be positive in our thinking. Because positive people can produce positive results. I have never seen a negative people have a negative result. Somebody, the owner will tell you, Mr. Charlie Chan, can you sell my property? Negative, cannot lah. Can you sell at this price? Cannot lah. Will he ever appoint you as an exclusive agent or even engage you to sell the property for you? No, the answer is no. So in other words, we have to be positive. But there are ways to handle the situation. But in essence, our mind must be, we must be able to do a service to this person who is engaging us to do it. And so positive thinking is very, very important. The other thing is productivity.
Mm.
We say we must be productive.
To be productive,
to be
I must
productive, I must do the
most.
So we must do the most effective thing. You must know the thing that can produce the result. So we keep in what called telling ourselves. This is in psychology called the power of auto-suggestion. We actually practice a bit of psychology in SK Brothers. We do that personally for our good, not for words of anybody. There's nobody going to lose as a result of that. So that's a little bit about accountability.
Where did you get this philosophy? You know, you are from a Felder background. Then you go and, of course, just one thing showed you the way about real estate. How did you create this culture about this believing in yourself, the confidence creed, the positive thinking? I also remember the SK Brothers song to sell real estate is a profession. That song and all that stuff. So selling real estate is a profession. Knowing our clients is a foundation. Bringing prospects. So
right.
How did this philosophy about this culture?
Actually, it's a sum total of my personal experiences in life. Okay, I also attended a lot of courses. Like many of you are here today. The reason why you are here, you want to learn something, okay? And that's why I come here. I want to make sure that at the end of the talk and discussion, you will have some take-home value. You can say, at least my time is not wasted. I have learned something from this guy. I've been able to apply it. And that is my mindset. Any seminars I attended, anywhere I go, okay, I ask myself, what is my take-home value? What can I learn from here? How can I apply it in my life or in my business or my profession? This confidence creed comes from one organization called the PDL. PDL. I don't know how many of you have heard of PDL.
No, they will not have heard.
Personal Development Leadership by Dr. Lawrence Chan. All right. Hey, I think his office is over here only. Okay,
used to be
Kuchai. Okay. That guy taught me something about a personal confidence creed. That is very good. I feel very good because it helps. Hey, you know what it says? I believe myself. I believe my family. I believe my company. I believe my country. I believe in those who work with me. And I believe in my successful friends. Don't ever believe in your unsuccessful friends. The unsuccessful friend will volunteer will tell you, will give you advice. Don't listen to him. You listen to people like him. There, someone here. Successful people. He'll be able to share the good ideas with you. And so the creed goes on. It goes on.
Success is a result of intelligent effort and does not depend upon luck or sharp practices or double crossing
my friends or my employer. Sometimes people cheat the company on money. No, that's not the way.
Yes.
Hey, a lot of things I can share. Right? Yes. Next question.
So you see, these are the foundation of how real estate started. And I remember that a lot of people who joined SK Brothers, they said graduated from SK. We call it the University of Hard Knocks, and many of them went and branched out into other firms. And today, a lot of them are real estate agents. I'm sure a lot of them are listening to this. So, and if you go and talk to a lot of them, they all became successful because of the creed and the culture that was created then. Okay, I want to go to this. Many people are not aware that SK Brothers came out with the idea of going and doing project marketing. And the program called the Sales Masters Program was started. And I remember when you called me to come and join you in 1987, interviewed by all the brothers, and I was the first to become a sales master. Can you tell us something about it and your journey in marketing projects? Because today in IQI, we are one of the biggest project marketing organization. We have got like 500 projects that we are marketing. So when I look back, when we first started, today they have come so far. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah. You see, the mindset of most real estate people are into selling houses. Renting houses, selling houses. They never thought of doing something for a developer. At that point of time, I think this market is called the primary market, where developers are building a lot of houses around. And so we have a good friend by the person of Dato Alan Tong. He was the one. His project here. OG Heights. I remember you go involved with OG Heights.
Verb switches were at the back.
I don't know which bed. Somewhere here. It's somewhere here. Yeah. OG Heights, condominium. And we started selling marketing money. Somebody must give us the opportunity to start. And this guy, I'm grateful to him. because he gave us the opportunity to start doing the sales of his project. I tell you why project marketing. Because much easier for anybody. Only one listing. So in other words, you get the developer to appoint you as the agent. One letter appointment and you can sell a few hundred units. Now if I were to go and sell a secondary property now, say in OUG, every single owner I must convince and persuade. You tell him give 2%, I pay 1%. How you're hitting? And so many different people to make up the 300 or 400 units. And it's not easy to do. But if you were to do project marketing, which IQI is doing, and it's very smart of them, all right, it's one listing. It can be 500, 600, even 1,000 units. So job is done. And the terms have been negotiated. So the salespeople only half the job to do. Even less than half the job. Okay, just to find buyers. But to find buyers also, the company can help. There is custom, the developers and the company work together to have an effective marketing program. Because sales start with marketing, ma. If your marketing is not right, you can never get sales, never get leads. And so the marketing become a very important what I call feature of project marketing. I don't lecture on this because IQI is already number one here. So if I have to come here, maybe can learn something, one or two things. But I must say that IQI is very innovative. I am also very what I call excited coming here because I was told that this was organized by IQI. Okay, and Mr. Soma here is facilitating the thing. You are working with one of the most dynamic what I call real estate what I call setup in this part of the world. If not in the world, all right, in the world. In our time, we have the same idea, but we are jago kampung. Ini jago antarabangsa. That's the difference.
Okay, coming back to this project marketing, I've always advised a lot of negotiators try to do secondary market first because it makes you a wholesome person. You just don't handle the buyers alone because once you go to project marketing, you when you come back and do secondary market is very, very tough. So do a little bit of secondary market because it's cash flow and project. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Actually, it depends on the person. Okay, when we first started, my first negotiator, Fu Fang Lim, he only deals with what I call secondary property. And he did very well. He did very well, yeah. But he didn't get to do primary property. He never get into project marketing. He just, because once you get used to doing that, you want to stick with it. So actually when we talk in terms of project marketing, mainly we talk project marketing in residential properties. Alright, residential properties, mainly. But if the secondary property, you can sell land, you don't do project marketing for a plantation. But occasionally, but no, not so much. Okay, you go project marketing for big factories, no. But maybe small factories, there are a few small factories. Shops, yes, sometimes to a certain extent, but not all the case. So mainly you're talking of residential, condominium, one block, 500-600 units. And that project marketing is very good, very effective. So I think for all of you, you have to make a decision. All right, there are so many fish in the ocean water. Which type of fish you want to catch? You want to catch the cabelis? You want to catch the big what called sharks? Different skill set involved. You want to do industrial, different skill set. You cannot use the same skill, use the same what called hook and line to catch anything. No. You must have a different stroke of different folks, different methods of doing it. So I think here we are not privileged to go into details how to do that. But I think your training, you will definitely, they will tell you to do that. They will show you, they will share with you. Yes.
Okay, the next question. There's still a couple of questions, important questions coming up. We just wanted to establish the historical perspective about what is happening in the market because SK Brothers Realty played a big role in it, and I think it's been all been forgotten. I'm very happy that today this is happening because we are putting back into perspective about what has happened. The other thing that I wanted to you to share with us is, we spent months talking about exclusive marketing program. At that time, there was no such thing as exclusive, sold, ad hoc, okay? Even there was no listing form. So we developed the exclusive marketing program. we thought about the open house program, which until today, among agents, open house program is not something that everybody likes to do, though it was one of the most powerful mode of marketing. And then you came up with many other programs like the sales kit. We had a sales kit. We all had a sales kit. When you go and talk to clients, there was a sales kit. And then there was also regular training. We were the first, I think, to do the training and the daily motivation. Can you just tell us a little bit about it? How it has helped to build SK Brothers to be one of the biggest at that time, and how it's helped the profession today?
Okay, I think talking of the actually here, there's so much talking about marketing. Okay, you are talking sales kit is marketing. You don't just talk atas angin, no, talk in the air. You think, hey, the prices here, no, you have to show. That's what exactly you've done here. So those days we don't use too much of internet. So what we do is printed pages. So we have the sales kit. We show people statistically what's the price, what is this, what is that, and the product details. Everything is there. And so you have pictures also. Who's your boss? There, his boss here. Where's the office? This is the office. So seeing is believing. Okay, you tell a person you forget. You show it to him, then he can understand you. So it's very important. So that is one of it. The other thing is visibility. You are talking in terms of, hey, you are selling a house. Who knows who's selling what house? Okay, now at the moment we have signboard, right? But signboard is only good to the extent of people going around the place looking at a signboard. But when you talk open house, we are inviting many people to advertise and say that we have a house here in OUG for sale, and this weekend or Saturday and Sunday from this time to that time, we'll be here to show you a house open. So you come at your leisure, you can bring whole family, you can do. And there are few psychology, what called points here involved. Number one is when more people come to the house. No, sometimes people always think, I'm the only buyer now. I offer this price, take or leave it. But now he has seen with his own eyes, so many other potential prospective purchasers have come and also seen the same house. So our guys will tell him, hey, brother, give the best price. We have others also making a similar offer. So that will help to maximize the price, the best price for the owner. That's why you tell the owner why we are having this what I call open house program. That's important for all of you to know. But today the open house in other countries have graduated. Now they do not call, they have open house, but they have only graduated and say that now they are sales by auction. This is something I think you all can do someday.
Australia, yeah.
No, you're here in Malaysia as well. Next time, any house that you want to sell, you can sell by auction. That is a very effective tool. Here, most people think that auction property means the forced sale. Not so. In other countries, no more forced sale.
Yep.
It's a normal marketing work process that you can get yourself involved. What else that you want to know? We have a multiple listing system within our own establishment.
We used to do that
we do
before.
networking among ourselves. Yeah. Okay. So that one, I think we are among the first few in this part of the country doing that.
So what I wanted to find out, until today, after so many years, this open house program, which has been used very well as a marketing tool in the world, especially like Australia and New Zealand and all that, has never caught the imagination of our local real estate personalities. Why?
I guess
Is it the work? Is it the work that we need to put in? A lot of work.
Oh yes. I think there's a lot of work. During our time when we were doing this kind of open house program, we had to distribute flyers. Those days, hard work. But today you have internet. You can go to. You must have you have a large, very large, what called database. You must be able to tell people that you are having this program, and to do that requires investment. So not many people are prepared to invest. Those days we used to buy name list, house owners name list. Remember who owns this house, who owns this house. Today all are available, but you need to only pay to get it. So investment is one of the things that turn people off. Individually, it's very hard for a negotiator to own this kind of database. It has got to be a company kind of effort. The company must support the negotiator by providing this kind of database, and that will be able to help the agents or the negotiator to do this program.
Nowadays, the rents themselves have got enough database in their hands, generally.
But now the situation, this time, as I understand, is because the commission that is given to real estate rent are so high, and the margin to be made by the real estate is so small. Now the rent has to do this kind of investment. If you are not prepared with the company won't be able to do it because the margin is there. And so now it's a catch-22 sort of situation. So either you do or I do. But you are so many of you, and the company is one, and so small margin, they cannot make money, they are not prepared to invest in it. So that there's something must come around to solve this, break this impasse. Otherwise, it won't move.
Okay, let's move on from SK Brothers to, you have been in the profession for, I think, how many years? When did SK Brothers started?
79, 78.
79, 78. I think that's easily 40 over years now. 40, 45 years, right?
Yeah.
So having been in the profession, having seen it all, having started, having gone through all these challenges and all that, what do you think are the challenges that we are facing now in the profession?
I think that the challenges.
Okay, never mind. Let me rephrase the question. Have we done enough? Have we progressed enough over the years? Have we, as practitioners, have we gone to the level where we should be? Because now we are already 30 over years since the act was introduced. We are now in terms of the professionalism, in terms of the practice standards.
Yeah, I think what we have progressed, okay, from the time that we were operating until today, I think there's progress, but I think there need to be more progress. There will be more people must get involved in training, all right? That's what we're doing this afternoon, even a short one, all right? But if every single estate agent or establishment train the people, because at the end of the day, human resource is the most important. Who moves the property? It's a negotiator. It's a salespeople. Machine help. Machine cannot do the job. All right. So technology help, but technology cannot do a job. But still involved in developing and equipping negotiator and salespeople. And so I think a lot of attention must be paid on human development, and there are a lot of set of skills that they're required to improve. Because dealing with customer is one thing. Customer is the most important person. I have here. Customer is king. Rule number one of customer service is the customer is always right. Rule number two in customer service, when the customer is wrong, refer back to rule
Number one.
So the customer can never be wrong. And now you ask question, how can it be that if I have the right, if I'm doing my organization and training, I say, you want to know? You come for my training.
Okay.
But actually there is explanation that go along with it, that we have to really take care of our customer. If we take care of the customer will take care of our business.
Okay.
That's very important. Yeah.
I think maybe the question is not answered yet.
Yeah.
The question I'm actually asking is, I personally think we have not gone far in our practice. We still have got so much levels to go. After 30 over years, the number of agents in the market is still not enough. We only got 2,600. The practice standards are not that high. Illegal brokers are everywhere. So on and so forth. So where do you think we failed? And I think we need to look at it in a very objective manner. Where we have failed, and how can we address these issues so we can catch up with the rest of the world? Because we always talked about it and we say we are like 20 years behind America or 20 years behind Australia. In there, everything is exclusive. Here, non-exclusive. You go to Penang, collect 1% here, 1% there. All these are not the way we are supposed to do, So where we went wrong, what should we do?
Actually, this is an evolving profession. When you were in the States, we were mixing with these realtors and salespeople in America. You know who are these people? Professors in university, lecturers, engineers. These kind of people are in this profession. During our time, who are the people who are practicing the real estate profession? The chekier. because they go and borrow people's land and they go and sell. Ini rumah jual, itu rumah jual, then pakcik neighbor,
They
then
don't
we
wanna
have
fly,
the housewife. But we have already slowly, I've seen making some progress. Now a lot of professionals are coming into the picture, which is very good. I think it has got to do with education of the country and the people as well. So give a little bit of time. We have to be patient with our regulatory body, but sometimes we are also a bit impatient. Because why? Because the enforcement of the rules and laws that we have is lacking. All right, they say one thing, okay, but they are unable to enforce it. And so, for example, illegal brokers or illegal fellows are practicing all over the place. How many of them have ever been caught and prosecuted?
No one.
Yes. And so, if the law is such and you do not enforce it properly, but this is nothing to cast a bad image on the regulatory body. But I'm saying this is a big issue for the profession itself. That we also have a role to play to make sure that we improve the practice of our profession by way of training, by way of making sure that more qualified people join this profession, and they'll be able to do a good job, better job than many of the illegal brokers that we have now.
Okay. The other thing I want to ask you is, when you first got registered with the board, it was way back in 1981 when the first exercise was done. Around 900 estate agents got registered at that time. That's the first batch of people. Today, when I look back, out of the 900, I think almost 90%, I think, are already above 70 years old.
Retired.
Almost retired or have retired, and the bulk of that core people who built the profession to what it is today are no more practicing, and I think it is creating a vacuum now, and the number of new people coming, the PAs also taking a long time to come in. I see that as a weakness. What's your view on this, and what can we do to overcome this?
Well, I think there's hope. Why? Because there are a lot of professionals are joining the real estate profession. Those days you don't see accountants in this profession, lawyers. There are also lawyers there. There are also accountants. There are many other professionals are joining our profession, which is a very good sign. And some of them are holding positions in the different institutes that we have in this country. But I think in order to help to more focus on this, I think we need to have a real estate agent board.
Real estate
agent board.
Okay.
To look into this sector. Sometimes we are married together with appraisers. We are married together with the valuers. They are a different profession. They do a thing we cannot do. They do valuation we cannot do. So why are they inside here? So the important thing is we must have our own board and then focus on developing this profession. And so if you get things done, you focus this way, some results come. Because we can associate many other real estate, what we call associations elsewhere. Very few of not many of them are all mixed up together as Mamu Jamul. So let us a bit more focused. You get focused, I think get more things done.
Okay, so if that happens, I think a lot of things will change faster. And to what you said just now, the assessment, NCC online assessment is another way to ensure that we get a more qualified, credible people to join the profession now. So
yes, that's upgrading. I think what the board is doing or what the association is doing is commendable. Okay, keep improving, keep lifting the standard. Okay, so once you have a higher standard, then you have a higher standard of practice in the profession.
I wanted to ask you this again. What do you think of the idea that in time to come, instead of we having negotiators, we be like Singapore, where 38,000 of them are registered real estate agents, and then of course you got the those who run the organization. What do you think of that concept? Is it something that's workable in Malaysia? Is it practical? Is it good?
I think it's a question of only name. Okay, the name. Okay, instead of calling them negotiator, all right, they say you make them real estate agent. Okay, I mean, it's a name.
No, they have to pass the exam. They have to pass.
Yes, of course. We have here also we have exam, the same exam. They also I don't know how much the difference between their exam and our exam. So maybe we can collaborate with them, and that's what we are doing. Okay, and see if we can lift the standard. And if you say that we call them real estate agent, the US they call them realtors. Okay, good. All right. So it's a question of training and change your name. Change of name is very important because if you give a good name, then the person will go out and hold themselves out well. And the customer look at him, oh, you're a realtor, oh, you're a real estate agent, negotiator. Call your boss to come lah. So
Instead of calling pembantu hartanah.
Pembantu hartanah, tak lah. Actually, you are the person who can do the deal, you can negotiate. But I think what we are doing in this country is we are actually describing the job function of the person, and then you are trying to negotiate a deal, and then you call it negotiator. And that's all. That's it. But to change the name to something better, why not? This is something for the profession to think
There
about.
was a time when the EAPC recommended that change the name from negotiator to real estate executive. It was accepted in principle. It was too late because the name negotiator was already submitted to the minister for approval, so we couldn't change that. So that was a historical perspective.
Okay.
So anyway, good. So Charlie, time is almost up. What do you foresee? Two questions. Number one, how do you foresee the real estate market and the profession as a whole in the years to come? Number one. Number two is a lot of agencies, at least 95% of agencies in the market are small agencies struggling. What's your advice to them?
Yeah. One thing, this profession we in is a very exciting profession because the transaction of real estate will keep going up. So there's greater demand, specialization. Today, when we are talking in terms of real estate, now they are looking for solar farm. You are talking of data center. This kind of thing that during our time, we don't hear all this kind of thing. So this requires a bit more specialized knowledge required. So upgrading of the skills of negotiators or real estate agent become a necessity. Second thing, now we are not just dealing with local people. We are also looking international people, like for example China and elsewhere. They are coming to invest over here, and so all this involve our expertise, not only in terms of the product knowledge, but language ability. We must be able to interact. If you have a China purchaser, you speak Mandarin, you can't speak, how you can do business with them? So I think it's important for us to open up. That is another area whereby, and the other thing is, we must travel. Okay, if you want to deal with China, you have to do the people there. You have never been to China yourself. You have never interacted with them before. It's very difficult. People-to-people kind of connection. And this is something that MIE is trying to do through the various programs that they have, whereby they even call the real estate association for different countries to participate in their convention and things like that.
Yeah.
And so you all should attend. But I think there's one trip they're going up somewhere in Philippines somewhere.
Philippines.
Okay, that's good. Join the trip. And our association is very kind. Under enlightened leadership, they are prepared even to subsidize. It's good. I think good. Take advantage of it. If you don't take advantage of it, what's the point? So there's a lot of things that we can do. For the small guys, remember, if you do your own sales, you make the most money. If you employ a negotiator or to go and do the same for you, later, I'm talking about real estate agent, you have to share the commission with him. But if you are a realtor yourself or real estate agent yourself, you close the deal. You are the owner. Okay? You can close one deal, big one, it will serve you good for one whole year.
And you take the 100%.
You get 100% yourself. But remember, there are people who practice different level of skill. This is personal selling skill. If you have a personal ability to close the deal, good for you. But if you have other expertise, management, motivational training skill, whereby you can get more people to work together with you, that is also another format to look at.
That is a philosophy that we adhere in IQI. And because we have got 29 offices worldwide, so the international connection is automatically there to work, and so we can work with other offices. Again, what is your advice to small agencies?
Okay, be part of a big group. to begin with, because that's the only way you can link up and make use of resources all available. You are a small person, how you do all this kind of thing talking about just now? It's impossible. But if you are linked up with a big organization, IQI, they've got everything in place. Like this talk today, it's already available and training is provided. Then you join the association like MIA. Good, they also have a training program. They also have a lot of other networking facilities that are available. Make use of it. Hitch your wagon to all this kind of organization and move along. Together, we can achieve more. Let us work as a team in this profession.
Okay, last question. What advice would you give to remain competitive and to be relevant in the profession?
I think you have to keep updating yourself. Okay, there's no two ways about it. Because if you are a frog, proverbial frog under the coconut shell, kata di bawah tempurung, you never know what's the world outside. So in other words, you have to keep improving yourself, your own skill. Invest in yourself. You are not required to invest in IQI. No need. They are the big organization. They are not money. Invest in yourself. Pay for yourself. Learn the most for you. Pay $100 for a seminar and try to get $1,000 out of the seminar. That is the way how you're going to improve yourself. And when you improve yourself, I tell you, you are equipped to can handle any kind of business, any kind of customer. The other thing is, don't forget about technology. Today is the digital world, alright, internet world. You cannot like me, say I don't know anything about computer, I don't know anything, I want to do networking. It's difficult, it's a slow process. I've just changed my handphone. The only I've changed iPhone 16 latest Hey, but useful. Because why? Communication is very important. How we communicate with the customer. Anytime I can just talk to my customer. You can do all of things. My office is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, today when you are here, you want to be successful in real estate profession, you have to update your skills in this digital world.
Okay.
Make use of it.
All right. Actually, we've gone a little bit more beyond time, but it's not easy to get. It's not easy to get you because you're always now camera shy. I'm so happy that you agreed to come and share your thoughts. I know that a lot of young people would have learned, this will now be recorded. It will be on YouTube. It's available for the entire world to see. I believe all our representatives in all the 29 countries are also watching, and I think it will help them. And I think a lot of good things have been said. So I think on behalf of the profession, I think we should place a great thanks to you for what you have done, for being the innovator and the mover in a lot of new things, which has helped for us to be where we are. And as I told you over coffee just now, in order for us to appreciate where we are, what we're enjoying, we should know the history, where we come from, who have contributed, and what they have done. So, again, thank you very much.
I appreciate the opportunity given to all of you who have come here today. Remember, Malaysia boleh, Malaysia got talents. Okay, Malaysia got talent. And all of you among here, many of you are going to make it. And when you make it, please make it big.
Okay. Is there any questions from you?
Any question on the floor? Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Steve. I would like to ask what is the challenge from like in terms of negotiators and managing people and retention.
Retention.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a challenge. Okay. I know what you're talking about because here we are living in a very competitive environment. But I think with IQI's way of doing things, that's problem solved by itself. You know, there's no more. In my time, I pay my negotiators 40%. People pay 80%. I train for the industry. That is, I cannot retain anybody. He is a fool who works for us to be paid 40% commission, where someone offered him 80%. So I know very well, and I serve the board, so I'm supposed to uphold, okay, the regulations set, rules set by the board. So that actually our hands are tied behind our back. So it's not easy to manage in that environment. But today, I think it's quite a level playing field. The paradigm has already shifted. There's no way any organization can do anything else. I don't know what the board is going to do about 80, 90, 100% kind of commission. I do not know about it. But I'm out of profession at the moment because so I do not know too much idea of how to manage this kind of thing in this present time. Maybe in the
I can
summer I
help.
can do that.
Okay. So there's only one question. Just to add on to what you said, for the information of the practitioners, maybe many are not aware. The board has already recommended to the minister under the change of rules that the commission structure be changed from the current existing 40% to 60%. That was a recommendation 2013. It has not been approved yet. But there is a clause in that which I remember is that when the minister approves that 60%, the board has the right to change it by themselves. Meaning they can change to whatever they want to after that. Right now cannot. It's only the minister can change. So we're waiting for that particular amendment to be made. So God willingly they will amend it, and the board may be looking at this, that this is what's happening in the market. We need to follow what the market is doing, and so they maybe will be able to set some changes.
But that's not what the market is doing.
No, they're not doing. But they can change it to 90 or 80 if they want to.
No, the question is, if that's the case, why should the rule be there at all? Let the estate agent decide.
No, it is there, so it cannot be changed. Okay, anyway, this is a challenge that we have all had. So again, once again, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the question. Okay, so with that, can we give a big round of applause to Mr. Charlie Chang?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so very quickly, there's a feedback form. Now, please, those who are online and those who are here, please send us a feedback. This is the first time we're doing a feedback. Tell us whether you enjoyed the session, how we can improve. If you don't like it, tell us you don't like it, why. If you like it, tell us why, so we can improve from there, and we can make this a better program in the months to come. Number two, you can also scan this particular QR code. You can go and link with the past recordings. We have got show 1, show 2, this show 3. This will take a week before we can sort it out. So you can go and review whatever that was said by the speakers. So it can become a permanent recording. It's up in the cloud, so anybody can have access and listen to all these these jewels that have come out from all our practitioners. Okay. Next show is going to be quite exciting. I was talking to a good friend of mine who's a lawyer, and he talked to me about the Duta Enclave. You remember the Duta Enclave? Recently, the government said they acquired the land many years ago, and then there were 40 over years the case was going on, and now the court decided that that particular land, the conversion of it, when the government took over, it was not rightfully done and all that, and they said you have so much compensation need to be paid to the original owners, and few of the good properties are situated on the Duta Enclave. So I wanted to ask him to share with us, because he's got a historical perspective, when it happened, how it happened, how did they do, what it went wrong, and why the 40 years case. And I think all estate agents should need to know this. Okay, I think if people ask us, at least we can at least know and tell the story. So he's going to come and share with us on this, and on some legal issues that has been going on the practice itself. So he's going to be our guest at the October session. I hope as many of you can come, because it's going to be quite interesting, because a lot of us have heard about it, but we don't even know what the hell it's about. Okay, and it's a big issue in the real estate market. So our guest is Mr. Vayapuri. He will be talking to us on the 25th of October 2024. Lock in your dates at 3 p.m. here live. You can register and attend. If not, then you can watch live over the Facebook. Okay. Mr. Vayapuri is an experienced lawyer, a real estate investor, and very knowledgeable on the goings on in the country. He has been involved in government. He's been a reporter, and he's a very experienced gentleman, and also a very good lawyer. So next topic, Duta Enclave, the history of the land, the court judgment, and its implication is a must for all real estate people. So with that, I want to say thank you to all of you for coming. To all those online, thank you.